what will be the role of AI agents in personal finance in the near future
Okay.
over the next 5 to 10 years. And
I think 5
explain.
to 10 years, you told me a lot. When I can't predict that ahead, but I can tell you in the next 1 to 2 years what can be possible. We'll start with that.
Sure.
Okay.
So this is a 2026 AI finance manual.
Right.
Go
Right.
on.
So what I think will happen is, firstly, um, the first thing obviously is to tell AI everything about your finances, right? To give it the context. What a lot of people do, a lot of people will simply go to ChatGPT and say what stocks to buy. I'm sure that's a very popular thing. Or how do I double my money in 5 years? Those kind of prompts people will ask. Now, that's a very dangerous way of doing it, because it is going to give you advice without knowing your risk appetite, without understanding your financial obligations. None of that. So the right thing to do is to first make it understand everything about your finances. Now, how do you do that? The government has done some great work over here. They have created the account aggregator framework. It's a very complicated term for a very simple thing. Basically, banks have all our information. They know basically your PAN. Your PAN card has all your data. It knows, what your bank statements are, what's your mutual fund holdings, your stock demat account holdings, your insurance, your credit card statements. It knows everything. So if I know the flow of money entering and leaving your life, I know how much assets you already own, right? Then it's just about you telling AI what's your purpose of your investing. This is where a lot of people go wrong. A lot of people just say, I want to get rich. But that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to tell AI exactly what that money is meant for. Because every single rupee that you're investing is actually meant for something. Like only once you cross 100 crores, then the purpose of money becomes different. It is where it is about world domination and power, right? Because then you use money to give to politicians, get some favors with the police, influence a lot of things. But that is where the purpose of money is different. But until then, until I would say until 10 crore, 20 crores, there's a meaning behind everything. So we're buying a house, buying a car, planning for my retirement, planning for my kids' expenses. So you need to tell this AI agent exactly what are the life events that's going to happen to you, which is going to cause these events of money outflows in your life at specific points in your life, right? And then the AI understands exactly about you. Because even though both of us are of the same age, your investment plan would be different from my investment plan, right? Because your life risk appetite, your financial goals are different from mine. So then you start telling that to the AI agent. Then it creates a full-blown financial plan for you.
As a consumer, I probably need an agent to ask me the right questions.
That also can be figured out. So a good AI agent will probably, once you connect your financial data, it'll ask you questions. It'll be like, okay, let's say you connected all your investments. So like, thanks Ranveer for connecting all your net worth. Looks like you've built a sizable net worth. Now let's understand what are you, do you have any plans for the next 2 years? And we're like, no, I don't have any plans for next 2 years. I'm like, do you have plans for the next 5 years? We're like, oh yes, I'm going to get married and I probably will have a kid by then. We're like, great. How many kids are you going to have? Nice. Do you have any obligations? Are your parents dependent on you for money? Are there any loans that you have? By the way, the account aggregator I was telling you will also get access to your loan information. So I already know what kind of loans you have pending. So before I give you an advice, I know that Ranveer has so many EMIs. I'm not going to tell him to invest in crypto and PM, and hedge funds and startups and all of that. I'm going to tell him, you have these EMIs of 12%, 14% interest rate. Let's figure out how to close that quickly. So I have all of that data, and then I start asking you smart questions like a financial advisor. And then I'll ask you some questions like, hey, if you have 1 lakh rupees and it went down to 50,000 rupees in the next 6 months, how are you going to react? Now, here a lot of people are going to lie, right? A lot of people, when I talk to them and I ask them, hey, what's your risk appetite? They'll be like, Sharan, anything, bro. I am ready to just grow my money like anything. You just tell me the riskiest things. I can take any kind of risk, no problem. 6 months back, when they saw a 20% correction in their portfolio, those guys stopped doing their SIPs. They actually stopped investing because they could not handle that volatility. So saying that I can handle a 50% drop in my portfolio if it's gonna recover in the next 1 or 2 years, versus actually facing a 20% drop in your portfolio and analyzing your behavior at that point of time are two different things. That is why I feel a human advisor is always going to be one additional thing that will be important, because an AI agent at the end of the day will not be able to handle your emotions well. Right? Because you will say, yes, Sharan, I'm ready to handle a 50% drop in my portfolio. But when that 10%, 20% drop comes and the AI is saying, Ranveer, don't exit, but you still exit, that is where the AI has failed. Because at the end of the day, it's just a digital advisor. That is where the human angle of human advisors still will be there. But that's obviously not everybody can afford it. But AI will come to this much extent. But that emotional and behavioral management of Ranveer, of what Ranveer will do when the market goes down, that I think AI will never be able to solve.